Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The 3-time sexiest man in Millington, Johnny Harden.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome into Mr. Radio. No, it is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. No, I gotta say, what's up? Welcome back into little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. We talked about it on Friday, maybe a little bit too nauseum to some people, but I hope you did get a chance to check out Saturday Night Live because Eddie did not disappoint. Gabe, any chance you got to check out my man Eddie with Lizzo?
I saw mostly Eddie. I
know,
didn't get to catch. I didn't get to catch it live, but I caught the skits afterwards, and I had a really good laugh.
All right, can I tell you something? Did you see any chance? And by the way, I'm gonna start off real quick. First and foremost, welcome in to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I am your sports mixologist, John Harden. I am at Johnny_radio on Twitter. My man who always raps with me is Gabe Kuhn. He is the former lineman who had the most starts until Drew took it from him. But he's got the second most starts. Second most, okay?
Dustin's about to be tied for first right now. So look, man. Hey, but over the weekend I do want to I want to shout out to
Bowl?
Huh?
Does Dustin tie you in the Cotton Bowl?
No, he'll beat me.
Oh, he'll pass you with Ty
52.
Bruiser?
He'll be at 52, yeah.
Whoa.
So I do want to give a shout-out to Rivals. They released an all-decade team. I ended up on it. First team, man. Guards.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it to Isaac Simpson, Brian Moss, Mitch Davis writes over there. Appreciate that.
I love Mitch. I love Isaac. I love B. Moss. In fact, Mitch, I've had a little bit more of work in his career because I've been trying to help him launch. Isaac is just a baller, yo. Like, that dude is a worker. And if you're a sports fan, if you're not following him, you are crazy. And then B. Moss kind of like got this bad boy rolling, didn't he? Like, B. Moss is a man. So thanks to all of them and a good job with the all-decade team. And by the way, you're going to have to tweet that out so I can find it, Gabe, because I didn't get a chance to see it.
I got you.
You
I'll
got
handle
me?
it for you.
Handle that for me and all you people at G_Coon71 for you Tiger fans who want to check that bad boy out. It's the Tiger All-Decade team, and my producer's on that bad boy, so that's pretty dope right there. Now, speaking of pretty dope, I have to get on and let y'all know that we are going to have a dope show. Hardenwood out the frame. We got Straight No Chaser. We got Terry Davis who is coming in. John Luke might drop in for 5 minutes to give a little bit of after Straight No Chaser to give a little college football. It kind of depends. Like, am I off tomorrow?
You are off tomorrow.
See, yeah, dude. Oh man, and you know like what's going on like really soon, right? Well, I'll have shows before then. Never mind. I will. Have
I think we'll
then.
be good. But
Yeah,
I mean, if
because
he
I
wants to
keep
drop
thinking-
in, he can drop in, man.
See, I keep thinking and I keep forgetting. You know, Christmas happens Wednesday, and then the world doesn't end on Thursday and Friday until the college football. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like people are like, dude, it's Christmas, and then the day after Christmas is the college football playoffs. Did you know that? And I'm like, hold on, Christmas is on the 25th, right? Yeah. College football playoffs. When do those things start? Right after Christmas. No. Okay. Thank you very much. So that's how people's brains are where they are at. And basically, people's brains are fried from shopping. People's brains are fried from watching all the amazing sports. People's brains that are Cowboys fans are fried because you're Cowboys fans, you idiots. But by the way, January 1, just so you know, it doesn't happen the day after Christmas. It doesn't. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on between Christmas and January 1. So I love John Luke, and I got to always tell John Luke, he don't have to come on today to talk about the championship game.
We got time.
Like,
man.
we got time, Holmes.
We're good.
Like, he
Hey,
just
did you
texted
catch?
me that, by the way.
Did you catch any of the bowl action, man?
Oh, dude, are you kidding
Did you
me?
appreciate any of it?
Dude, I want to show you some appreciation on my bowl action. I got appreciation.
Pulls out the tickets from Tunica right after.
Dude, and by the way, yesterday in the NFL, I just got to say thank you, Eagles. Cardinals, easiest game I've ever played. Chiefs, please. That was easy. Straight up win. The only one that hurt me, Dude, I had 325 on the Titans plus 3.5. Get back 621. That's a good Christmas, right? Like, everybody's happy. See that bad boy right there? It's the only game I lost yesterday. I went undefeated except for that one. It's the only ticket that's a loser in this thing. And let me tell you what. The way I lost that one, dude fumbles the football. They're down 3.5. They got the ball. They can go kick the ball and send it in overtime. They can go and score and take the lead and win the game. No, homie's running down the field. He did get lit up like a Christmas tree. Fumbles the football, and you know what I did? Just cried.
Here's the thing. I saw that hit, right? Should they have called?
No. He used his shoulder.
Nailed him.
He nailed him. But this is a damn thing.
He passed out. I mean, he
literally passed out. Can I ask you a question, though? Again, this is where I get upset.
Look, I get it, and I understand. I think normal years. I've seen that called, is what I'm trying to say, in the NFL this season.
I lost money on that game. Do you know how much I wanted him to call it? I was actually screaming, call it! I was screaming, call that thing, please. They call everything. They didn't call it because he wasn't a quarterback. But if you go back, listen, he used his shoulder. He didn't lead head
It's
first.
very similar to like Vontaze Burfict style hits, though, where they called it. You know what I mean?
But he doesn't. Vontaze Burfict does not get the benefit of the doubt because of Vontaze Burfict's basically
track
record and his past doings and the things that he's done to become Vontaze Burfict and how we know him. But you brought up a very good point, and again, that was just hard. That was hard. That one hurt. But no, it was a great weekend. The bowl games have been great. I'm looking forward to the Cotton Bowl. I can't wait to see it. I am actually looking forward to see what's going on with Michigan and Alabama. That game, I have never heard two people who are more like assured of themselves. Like, I have heard people saying that the lock of the year is Alabama. Put your house on it. I have heard people saying the lock of the year is Michigan. Put your house on it. Both of them are dead damn serious, and I'm worried about both of them because one's going to be wrong, damn it. We're going to have somebody homeless when this thing's over.
A lot of people talking about the lock of the year, Clemson.
Dude,
over
and
Ohio
I think
State.
they're crazy as hell, too.
I think that's like,
I'm
to
starting
put
to think.
a bunch of money on that game, that's got to be a scary one.
Okay, can I ask you something very simple? How many upsets so far? If you've been taking a lot of underdogs in college football, how well would you be doing? Underdogs are winning like it's going out of style. Did you see what San Diego State did to Central Michigan, though?
That was not fair.
Dude.
That's a crime.
That was the one favorite that I can say to you. -3.5? Really? -3.5? Like, seriously?
How about SMU with a great performance against FAU,
Hold on.
man? Good
How
Lord.
about Hugh Freeze, baby? How about Hugh Freeze beating? Did you know Hugh Freeze? Do you know how big of an underdog he was? 5-point underdog. Did you know that? Liberty beat Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern 23-16, I think. I think it was 23. I know they won the game. But this is a team, by the way, that gave Minnesota all you wanted and some more. They lost 35-33. You know what I'm saying? That game was tight. They have played some really good football, and I got to give some credit to my man Hugh Freeze, who coached from the sideline, not from a bed. Congratulations. They got the win. Now, I got to ask you something, Gabe Kuhn. Very, very important. I made a big mistake this week. Do you remember how I was all over SMU?
Yeah.
On Friday?
You didn't bet on it, did you?
No, I didn't
Okay,
take.
cool,
No,
cool,
see,
cool,
I feel like the biggest jerk because I took FAU. Like, it changed my mind, and that's where I feel like, no.
Because they were at home, too? Is that part of the thought process?
I started looking at everything, and you start realizing, like, dude, there's something wrong. And then when I watched the game, I ain't going to lie to you. This is such a wrong thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Shane Buechele looked like he was bought. Like, he looked like he realized, you know what, I don't think I'm going to make a lot of money in the NFL. How much money can I make on this bowl game?
Man,
how many turnovers did he have right off the bat?
You've been accusing people of throwing games lately. What's
Dude,
up with this? You talking about the Grizzlies, the fourth quarter the other night?
They did. I'm not saying they did it for Vegas terms. They did it for ping pong balls. I'm just telling you, they have done some things as of late, if you have not noticed, for many reasons. You know what I mean? And if
but
you
no,
tell
I
me,
mean, SMU, that was an embarrassing
dude, that was an
performance.
embarrassing. And did you know you got FAU plus 9.5? That's what it was when it went off. It started with SMU -7. That thing went to 9.5. Everybody and their grandmother was all over SMU. Just so you know, that was the reason that I went and took. Honestly, that's the only reason I took FAU is because when I see that much money move a line, I say, hold up, something's bleeped up. Let me jump on the side of Vegas. They win. Now, before I get to the National Football League, and I'm about to jump off of this, I also wanted to tell you, easiest bet of the season. Was it not Washington? -3.5. 2 3.5 lines. -3.5. Washington.
But that's another one where
State.
I didn't think Boise State was going to lay an egg like that.
Dude, that was so easy. That was dance crazy party. Let's get naked in the street. We love to dance. That was money in your pants. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That was some easy money. Washington dropping bombs. Congratulations, by the way. I did want to say to Blake Anderson and his Arkansas State family and all those people up there, congratulations, beating FIU 34-26. And not only did they get the win, they got the cover. They were a 1-point dog at the time. And the thing that was also interesting is the total went to 61.5, I believe. And I think the people who went under lost by 1.5 points or a half or something. It was one of those bad beats. But it was a wild weekend in college sports. But the bowl games are going to get wilder. We got more bowl games to come. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. But if you want to talk about the real news, I mean, NCAA football, if you're going to talk about news, it's the bowl games. Tonight we have Central Florida, by the way, in Marshall. Central Florida being a 16-point favorite. I'm just curious right off the top at 14. I'm going to ask you at the end, so you got a lot of time to really look at it.
Well, they're kicking off here in 15 minutes. Game starts at 1:30
really
p.m.
start at 1:30?
The good old Gasparilla Bowl.
Does it start at 1:30?
It does.
We might have to take an early break, and I'm going to have to make a call. I'm joking. No. Who do you like, though? It starts at 1:30. We got to get your pick.
Well, that's the issue with this line is you look at it. I think it opened at 17.5.
How come I thought that thing was at 3?
No idea. It opened at 17.5. I think it's down to 15.5 right now. And, you look at Marshall, they have a decent defense. Offense hasn't been there quite. And then UCF is a better team than people give it credit for, but, are they as hyped up as they have been the past 2 seasons to play in this bowl game? On face value, I'm going to go UCF. I think Dylan Gabriel is a good player. I think they got Gabriel Davis on the outside, the Gabriels. Good
Gabriels.
players. And I think they can put up a lot of points, but can their defense,
Who's the most important? Who's the most important, Gabriel?
Dylan.
So what does his brother feel like?
What do you mean his brother?
I mean,
his Gabriel brother? I'm a Gabriel too.
Is your what?
Yeah, that's my full name.
I didn't know that.
Gabriel?
Dude, no, I don't know these things. I used to
you
call
never
you
drew
Dale,
that
homie.
conclusion? Yeah, you did
No,
call
dude.
me Dale.
So, you could have been, what's the full name of Dale?
Dale.
Oh, we are idiots. Speaking of idiots, the biggest idiot of all, do you know who it is? He coaches for the Cowboys now. His name is Jason Garrett.
How much longer is he going to be coaching for the Cowboys?
Sadly, they'll let him finish out the season because Jerry's nice. And you know what he's going to do? He'll do a firing of him late Friday dump over the weekend where it's very nothing and very nonchalant. You know what I mean?
I think that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say Jerry Jones is nice. Okay? He's nice to Jason Garrett, is what you meant to say.
For some reason, he's nice to Jason Garrett.
He has given him the benefit of the doubt every year.
Oh, you know this. But we also have to say something. And again, we had a great weekend of football. And we're going to talk basketball, by the way. And yes, I do know what the Tigers did in basketball, but I also know who they played, dadgummit. I know a whole about the Wiseman thing. And yes, we're going to talk more about that. But guess what? We're going to talk about that with Terry Davis at the bottom of this hour. So for the next 12 minutes, if you want to hit me up at the First Bank phone lines, 901-360-8255. I'm chilling in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Call us up. Tell my buddy Gabe what NFL game you want to talk about or laugh about or mock or just say how awesome it was. Because yesterday was the easiest picking in the NFL I've ever seen in my entire life. I have to go with and admit, Stephen A. Smith, for all you people who love him, you understand this. For all you people who cannot stand him, You have to give him this. He's got the Cowboys pegged. Like, he knows, like, dude, they are going to let you down every single year. So if you like rooting against the Cowboys, you will always get that Christmas present of them making sure they let you down. Now, for Cowboy fans, it's a giant lump of coal, but you've had to get so used to it. You think you would almost own a coal factory by now, and like you could, I don't know. Anyway, point is, the Eagles, and we're going to talk about this, and I want to talk about two important things. I want to talk about Ryan Tannehill, and I want to talk about Dak Prescott. And I want to ask y'all this question, and I'm dead serious, and I want to ask this to everybody out there. Did Ryan Tannehill and Dak Prescott cost themselves the most money at the end of this season? Because all the work that, and when I say work, my buddy did some work, and I'm talking about Ryan Tannehill off the bat. He took over, let's be real, he took over that Titans team that was dead in the water. Mariota couldn't do anything. Derrick Henry turned into a great running back because you know what? He used his weapons. He'd hit Deion Lewis right out of the backfield. He'd hit Henry out of the backfield. But you know what? A.J. Brown started catching balls. You had Sharp all over the place. Smith, Davis, Raymond, Pruitt, Dawkins, you name it. They actually have some weapons. And guess what? Ryan Tannehill this year, he yesterday at the beginning of the game, was he not throwing BBs?
Look, what do you mean cost himself money?
I
think like the past 2 weeks he lost to the Texans and the Saints. That's not easy by any stretch of the, and he hung in there.
He threw three
both of them.
touchdowns, no interceptions, had a good quarterback rating. He outplayed Drew Brees. But what I'm trying to say is, though, it's still like I still think he's going to stay with the Titans. They're going to re-up him and keep him. But I'm going to tell you this: if he would have gotten them to the playoffs, that's an extra $30 million guaranteed. That's just the truth.
What do you mean? He has a chance to get them to the playoffs if they win next week.
Dude, whoa, Steelers.
If they beat the Texans next week, they're in.
No. Texans already won, buddy. They won the division.
No. The Titans are 8-7.
They have to have the Steelers lose, and the Steelers are going to play a team in like the Baltimore Ravens, who are going to play Lamar Jackson. They're not going to play Ingram. They're not going to play their defense. They're going to let the Steelers win. Basically, what I'm saying is they had that game. They win that game, and the Steelers lose to the Jets like they did. He guarantees them playoff. Do you understand what I'm saying? And do you know what he guaranteed himself to? A contract. Now, he's going to get the contract, but I'm talking about not Carson Wentz money or Jared Goff money, which is still insane, but he was going to get a $100 million contract, and he was going to re-up, I'm telling you, with the Titans. Telling you now, he ain't going to get nothing close to that, and it's sad because Ryan Tannehill, realistically, if we want to be honest about the situation, he has completely transformed himself and turned into a 100% damn good quarterback.
That's what I was figuring, though. By the way, the Titans are in if they win next week.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They have to win.
Yeah,
but if they won yesterday and they had the game, they had the ball, they had a fumble, and I guess you're missing what I'm saying. It's sometimes not it's a football team. It has to do with coaching. It has to do with players. We give one guy tons of credit, but what I'm trying to say is, though, realistically, that fumble that could have cost. I mean, that cost I bet Tannehill $30 million guaranteed. Period.
What's his contract now? That's the other question.
He's on a free agent.
It's a 1-year deal,
dude. Yeah, at the end of this year, Ryan Tannehill is completely a free agent at the end of this year. So it's very interesting. But, I mean, it's the NFL, too. I mean, you're kind of a free agent every year. Yes, you have.
Yeah, you're right. His base salary this year is 1.75. But, I mean.
1.75.
Truth
and
of the matter.
They were talking about, listen to me. Just last week, I watched a show where they said if he goes out there and he beats Drew Brees, which he was this close to doing, he was a fumble for beating Drew Brees and making them to the postseason. And you know what they said? And this was, quote the experts, this was Adam Schefter. This was all the guys who sit on the show and act like they know. And you know what they said? They guarantee if Tannehill beats the Saints I know they won't win the division, but he'll make the playoffs. He said Tannehill will sign a $100 million contract. Now that ain't happening. Now, the other thing that's not happening, you watch Dak Prescott guarantee himself a 1 year, he will be franchise tagged. They might offer him what they offered him last year, which he turned down, which he should have taken on. I mean, $130 million, 100 guaranteed. I don't know what the heck is wrong with that. I'd take it. Again, Dak Prescott, though, he had it. No, he did not practice. No, he had a hurt shoulder. But can we honestly also say, Dak Prescott, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you, and this is where I think you're missing me, Gabe. Like, I like Dak and I like Tannehill, and I'm not saying that they realistically cost themselves money. But here's what I'm trying to say is as a game of inches and how it's coaches and it's a team game. And yes, some individuals are rewarded, but I want you to think about this. Ryan Tannehill, he has a couple plays go his way. They beat the Saints. He's super rich. They're in the postseason. If Dak Prescott beats Carson Wentz, he gets a Carson Wentz contract.
Well, here's what I will say. Maybe not $100 million, but don't you see?
They offered him $130 million this year, and he turned it down.
Don't you see? No, I'm talking about Ryan Tannehill here. Dak, that's another story. I think he needs an offensive coach to come in. I think he needs Jason Garrett out of the door before he can really reach his potential.
Well, that's what I'm
personally.
trying to say.
But Tannehill, don't you see him getting somewhat of like a Nick Foles contract, 4 years, $88 million, something around that neighborhood?
Yes.
Not a $100 million man, but still a good contract.
But if he would have beaten the Saints yesterday, he's a $100 million man. Is all I'm trying to say is.
And I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
And then this is what I'm trying to say is, Tannehill didn't play himself out of it. He played better than Drew Brees. There was a fumble at the end of the game that cost the Titans. And this is where I was also going to say is, who's the other quarterback who cost himself a bunch of money? It was Dak Prescott. Why the hell did that sorry coach, Jason Garrett, throw the ball 40 times when the dude hadn't practiced all week? He had a cortisone shot. You have a guy named Zeke Elliott that you're paying 50-some-odd guaranteed $1 million to. Why don't you feed the beast? By the way, I forgot to tell you about that offensive line and how many points has this Eagles defense given up? But no, let's go out there. You have not done, sorry about that. You have not done one thing. Yeah, I did burp. You have not done one thing. I mean, you hadn't thrown all week because of your shoulder. He takes a cortisone shot. You saw him miss Amari Cooper. You saw him miss a few players. But you also saw 6 drops by the Cowboys receivers. And I also saw, how many times did Zeke run? Was it 13?
And you didn't even mention.
Did Zeke run it 13 times?
14.
14 times in a one-touchdown game and a 2-point conversion. You give your guy who's a guaranteed $50 million.
No, it's 13. You were
line,
right. Same thing.
He runs 13 times. That's BS. That is wrong. That's bad coaching.
And then also 4th and 9, game on the line.
Cooper wasn't even in the game.
You throw it to Michael Gallup, a second-year player who has, I mean, he's been decent, but
he dropped it.
Good Lord, man. You can't do that. And I think it comes down to coaching more than anything. I want to see Dak with a coach with a little more creativity and his hands off the offense, right? Because, like, Jason Garrett is just – he does not invoke any confidence in me anymore. He has been so average year in, year out. They need to move on.
Jason Garrett is a joke as a coach. His offense, like Des Bryant has said, you were on the same side of the field every week. And this was before you were on here. I had the defensive coordinator for the San Diego they were San Diego back then Chargers. Now they're the LA Chargers. He came on, and you know what he literally said? He said, the easiest team week in and week out, no matter what, if we are playing the Cowboys, it is so easy for us coaching because they run the same damn offense. They line up Des Bryant on the same side of the field every single time. They don't do a whole bunch of motion. They don't do a bunch. They run the same offense. They've been running the same offense for a decade.
And Des Bryant has come out and said that he thinks Jason Garrett as a coach wasted his prime, Des Bryant's prime as a wide receiver.
Wasted a lot of people's prime. And by the way, he actually has wasted, believe it or not, Jerry Jones' opportunity when he was kind of him and his son, Stephen Jones, when they were GM. They actually did a good job of filling out that offensive line. They got them a running back. They got a quarterback. They went out and got Amari Cooper. They have the defense. I mean, Vander Esch. He was injured, I know, but Lee Smith, what a backup from Penn State. Please, dude's a baller shot caller. You have everything, but guess what? You have a loser for a coach. It's kind of like if you have an insurance agency that doesn't really work or have any money, you're basically the Cowboys. You look great until you need them. Like, your car looks really good, and you think you get pulled over, you can show it, yeah, I got insurance, I'm good. But then you have an accident, and you know what happens? Oh, life goes down this creek that you don't want to go down, I promise. It's called Bad Creek. You don't want to go. Some people use bad words. I don't. I call it Bad Creek. But it's, you know what, S Creek. And you don't want to go up it. So why you do? It's very simple. All you have to do is go to MemphisFarmers.com. If you go to MemphisFarmers.com, I promise you, you're going to find out something that everybody that has listened to me will know, that he is the nicest guy. His name is Chad Gatlin. It'll say Daniel Gatlin. That's like his, kind of like your Gabriel, and we call you Gabe. Hey, I learned something. In Gabriel, wasn't he an angel?
Yeah.
Was he Satan?
Whoa, no, he's an angel, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Check
positive.
this out, man. I think he was the good-looking one.
I don't think my parents would name me after Satan.
I hope not. But I just wanted to
I have a hunch.
I have a hunch too. I think they're good parents. Yeah, I know you're a good dude. But you're more mature than me when at your age. Heck, you're more mature than me now. But no, you've done a great job. But anyway, I'm being dead serious. Daniel Gatlin is his name. His friends call him Chad. You go to MemphisFarmers.com. This guy, I promise, is going to take care of you. He's going to give you love. MemphisFarmers.com. That's my good friend, Chad Gatlin. You can also give him a call. It's very simple, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. See my good friend, Chad Gatlin at MemphisFarmers.com. Coming up next, Terry Davis. Yeah, we talked a lot about the National Football League. I'm going to talk more, especially about the playoff scenarios, all the good stuff that are going on, quarterbacks, all that stuff. But first, let's celebrate. Hey, I know Wiseman's gone, but this Tiger team is pretty damn good, people, even without him. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy a little bit of TD from, I call it Tri-State Defender. People are like, STD Memphis, man. STDMemphis.com. No! It's Tri-State Defender, but you can go just to TSD, not STD, y'all. If you say that, do you know what that sounds like? It's the wrong thing. It's TSD. That's why I like saying just Tri-State Defender. Terry Davis next. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
With Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan here from Westwood One with a preview of Monday Night Football. The final Monday night primetime game of the season, an NFC North battle. It's the Vikings and the Packers, and Kurt with a lot of division consequences on the line.
No doubt about it, Kevin. These are the games you love at the end of the season. Going to be a playoff-type atmosphere, playing for a division title, and two really good football teams. A Packers team that is balanced across the board, can beat you a lot of different ways. And I would say the same thing about the Minnesota Vikings. But really, this is about Minnesota showing that in big-time moments, they can show up big time and beat good football teams.
Packers 11-3, Vikings 10-4, Green Bay and Minnesota coming up on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Getting your ride ready for the road? We've got the tools you need for the job. We're talking proven tough tools, like our 180-piece Duralast Mechanics tool set. It's a conveniently portable set of sockets, wrenches, and more that's guaranteed for life, so you'll be getting jobs done for the years to come. And you can reward yourself for all those jobs by joining our free AutoZone Rewards program. Members get a $20 reward every time they spend $20 or more 5 times. Visit AutoZone.com today. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Hey, this is Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Quicken Loans is celebrating our best quarter ever, and now we're celebrating some of the lowest refinancing rates ever. Rates have dropped so much that many Americans can reduce their rate. You may be able to save money on your monthly mortgage payment right now. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.18%. Call us at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn more.
Rates subject to change. Pay 1.375% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
James Gaddis Jewelers is ready to help you with your holiday shopping through December 31st. Men's wedding bands 20% off, Bulova and Seiko watches 20% off, designer jewelry, Andrea Candela, sterling silver, and 18-karat gold 20% off. Solid yellow gold or white gold earrings 20% off. James Geddes Jewelers, known for having one of the best selections of fine quality diamonds and bridal rings in the Mid-South. Make your holiday shopping exciting and fun at James Geddes Jewelers, 4900 Poplar. James and Linda Geddes wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for fall flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. We're located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs. Look forward to seeing everyone over the holidays.
It's game on at the new Moneyline Book Bar and Grill inside the Gold Strike Casino Resort. Now you can bet on all of your favorite sports and watch the games on 60 HD TVs while you lounge in plush seating and enjoy craft beers, signature cocktails, and great food. Plus, don't miss the Topgolf Swing Suite, a virtual reality experience with a variety of fun interactive games every sports fan will love. Visit the Moneyline Bar, Book, and Grill at Gold Strike Casino Resort for Monday Night Football happy hour specials. Or anytime you want a piece of the best sports action in Mississippi.
Christmas in Memphis comes early this year. Bring the family and join a group of all Memphis musicians Monday night from 6:30 to 10:30 for a Christmas in Memphis concert at Neil's Music Room on Quince. Live auctions, silent auctions, raffles, and Santa will be there, as well as pictures for the kids. Admission is $10 adults, $5 for kids. All proceeds benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It's Christmas in Memphis for family and friends by Memphis musicians Monday night at Neil's on Quince. Ho, ho, ho.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Get over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
You didn't date my ma, Tony. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Let's get real. That's why we're bringing in my very good friend from the Tri-State Defender, Terry Davis. And you know what we're going to talk about on this beautiful Monday? By the way, in December, we're going to talk about the Tigers. Now, when you think of the Tigers right now, are you thinking football or are you thinking basketball? When you have thoughts of the Tigers, do you have sugar plums dancing in your head? Or are you in the other one where you have the Wiseman and the Dread? Don't get caught up in all that BS, because let me tell you something. This year, nobody is absolutely great. Come on, the Zags #1. Please, let me tell you a little secret. Mark V was good, and he'll get them there, but he's not going to win it. So it's going to be all right. How many #1s have fallen? They're going to keep falling. Wiseman, the #1 player, he's going to get picked #1 probably in the NBA draft. But guess what? He was a Tiger. And the Tigers, Precious Achiuwa, he's now taking over the big man role. You're seeing guys stepping up. I'm just telling you right now, for all you Tiger fans, I don't even understand why you would think about putting your head in the oven or stepping out on the ledge. This season ain't gone. Plus, if you didn't notice, have you forgotten what's going on in football? This is only the best football team in the history. Love you, Gabe. I think your team was probably the most talented. Let's just be rookie. Mackenzie Milton got you.
Hey, I'm good with this being the best one. I'm glad to see what they're doing and to hope
Is
they win the
it
Cotton Bowl.
weird? And by the way, just a little sidebar, and I didn't mean to do this. This is the most, I think, successful team. I do honestly, truly believe y'all's was the most talented. I just don't think y'all can, because Mackenzie Milton was on such dang fire.
Defense.
You ran into a guy who was.
We needed defense.
You needed Adam, and that would have probably helped a little bit. But, man, yeah, you need a little more on defense. But dadgummit, man, this Tiger team, what it has an opportunity to do is absolutely amazing. So when I talk Tigers on Monday, I like to talk with a good friend named Terry Davis. TD, how's life?
Man, life is great, man. How's life going for you?
Dude, man, it's going good, dude. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah for all you people, by the way. You know, Hanukkah started last night. So everybody out there who's celebrating Hanukkah, I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful festival of lights. By the way, I also learned that Hanukkah, there's a lot of eating that goes on, and they eat these like fried potatoes with this stuff on them. I don't even know what they're called. I'm going to have to ask Dave when he gets in here, but I had some yesterday. That was one of the best things I've ever had in my life, man. I'm telling you, man. Put hash browns to shame. Plus the stuff they put on top of it. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about, TD, but it was
I do know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about? What are they called?
Yeah. I don't know the name, but I have tasted before, and it is very, very good.
They are awesome. They try to say they're like some kind of pancake or something. Like, no, that ain't pancake. That's like a hash brown on like crack or something. But anyway, before I get to the main thing, please tell me, did you watch SNL this week?
Yes, I did.
Dude, did you see Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle? Who else walked out there?
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. Oh yeah, Tracy Morgan even said something about
he made his million
because he got hit by a car.
Chappelle. Because everybody else made their millions from Netflix.
Yeah, this is like a 3/4 of Netflix budget right here. I thought the funniest part though was when Chappelle lit up his cigarette and stuff. You're like, you can't do that in here. Yeah, I can. And then at the very end, like that dude tried to come out looking like Lauren Roberts, and then they backed him off. That was hilarious. Anyway, SNL with Lizzo, and I talked about it on Friday. And again, like I said, sports, entertainment. You know, we go back and forth, and this is about entertainment. When you listen to me, you got your phone. You can like look at scores. I like to talk to y'all about what's going on in life and entertainment. And I do have to say, that was one of the most entertaining Saturday Night Lives I've seen since I was a child, and it was actually, you know, Belushi and Eddie Murphy and, you know, Aykroyd and what's my girl's name that was so funny that rest in peace.
Rosanna Dana?
Yes, that's her. What's her real name? Rosanna
Gilda Radner.
That's it, Gilda Radner. I loved her so much. Rest in peace, Gilda. But yeah, man, SNL, that was a heck of a weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Man, but now I got to get into the Real Deal Holyfield stuff. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, how great was that? Squatters, everybody.
Yeah.
And
all
then
those
the big
Amazon
TV.
boxes over there.
The best part was the TV. Oh, that was so good. But anyway, point is, I'm getting back to this stuff. Terry Davis, I don't know if you heard it before. I was joking around. You can go to tsdmemphis.com. I'm the old school guy. It's Tri-State Defender. You throw a hyphen in there. It's Tri-State Defender. Bing, bang, boom. You're there. Go to tsdmemphis.com. Though that's what all the kids do. Pick the bad boy up on Thursday. But check out Terry's work. Check out Lee's work. Check out all their good work. They have a great job. Y'all do a great job over there at the Tri-State.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the compliment.
Now, I have to ask you, in all honesty, man, was this something this weekend that was like, could y'all think, like, and I'm asking you this because you're close to the team, and I'm saying, could the team, and that's why I say y'all, could that team actually, luckily they weren't playing anybody good. Could they actually focus on what was at hand, or were they all thinking about the Wiseman situation?
You know, because of what the situation was, they knew Wiseman wasn't going to play. But, you know, sure, the news hit him like a ton of bricks, but they knew he wasn't going to play this game. And Penny has got those guys in the mindset of, look, let's go out there and take care of this and don't look past nobody. And so I think they were focused on the game. You know, I think they just was sloppy. The good thing that the defense was there, because the defense, you know, as bad as they played, they still won by 28 points. That's how good defensively they are.
They really are. Now, since you mentioned the defense, this is where, you know, a lot of people keep telling me, I was hearing This is what I was being told, by the way, off air, that when Wiseman comes back, it is going to be a benefit because they're not going to depend on him so much for his offense, but it's going to be his ability to be an eraser at the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
They're like,
Correct.
they're still going to get a lot of offense from him, but with this break, with this, like suspension, a lot of other guys are going to be able to get involved offensively, kind of find their game, find their rhythm, and it could help the team in the long run. And then you drop a guy like him, no matter what, he's still going to get his 20, but other guys are going to still feel comfortable and not sit around and just watch Wiseman and try to wait for him. But no matter what, on the defensive end, you get beat by your guy and you got a guy like they're back there, he can be an eraser. Now
Correct.
that they're not going to have him, can Precious step up and be the eraser?
No, it won't be Precious. It's a three-headed monster. It's Lance Thomas.
So Lance?
Lance and Malcolm Dandridge and even Isaiah Maurice, because he even played well. He had 3 blocks in the first half last year, last night, this past weekend. So it's
he's been
three
starting.
people, right? And it's 3 people doing the work of what James would have been doing, because James he brought you the defensive skill and he had athleticism. But those 3 guys, they don't, they're not as good as James individually, but collectively they can do exactly what James did, and they have more fouls to give.
Now, the other question, though, is how lucky are the Tigers now that Dandridge is coming back healthy? And then how lucky, though, realistically is Isaiah Maurice being that senior leader, but also being able to get Lance Thomas over? Because now somebody that was kind of looked a little bit over with at the beginning of the year, he kind of becomes a pretty damn crucial part, if you know what I'm saying.
Isaiah, he had some flashes last year where he looked like he could be, first team all conference. Then in some places, some games, he just disappeared. If Memphis can get Isaiah Maurice to be more consistent, this team, the ceiling fell when James announced his decision, even though Memphis is still a top 10 team right now. But everyone think we can make a deep run, but with James, we knew we could make a deep run. So what Isaiah has to do is be more consistent. If he can be more consistent, I think that the team will go further.
I do too, and I agree. But I will tell you, I was listening to Middays earlier, and Greg and Eli were making a few good points, and they were kind of just talking about, losing Wiseman. It's let's just I hate saying this word. I don't know why, but it sucks. There's not really another word you can think of. It does suck, but they're still 7-0 at home. They're 10-1 on the season. Their loss is on the road at Oregon, and people try to say that was a neutral site, Mike Keister. It was in Oregon, Holmes. It was at their place. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So that's their one loss. They don't have anything that's really bad. And when you look at this team, everybody, keeps thinking about Lester and Wiseman. Wiseman's gone. You look at Precious. You look at Alo. You look at Harris. You look at DJ Jeffries. You look at Penny and that staff and everything they got, they still, in my opinion, and they had all that stuff on their plate. Now, Jackson State is a nothing. Let's just be real. But did they not go out there and basically sleepwalk with Damian Ball and Boogie and Precious and Isaiah and DJ and just sleepwalk to one of the easiest victories you've seen all day? Heck, Jaden got 12 minutes. Malcolm, we saw him play a very important, I think, 19 minutes. I think that was good for him his mind to get him in his legs and get everything underneath him, if you know what I'm saying. That was a big 19. So, I mean, playing Jackson State with all in their mind, I know this was a weak team, but it was almost kind of like what they needed, and it did at least make me feel like I realized, okay, Precious Achiuwa, he is now going to he's going to be the beast down low. He's going to be that 4. But he's still going to be, because I thought he might move down to that 5, but I do see what you're saying. Like Lance and Malcolm and Maurice, they can all come in there and take off the pressure from Precious Achiuwa. And if they do double Precious, heck, they can find DJ or Ball or Boogie or, Alo or Harris or Dandridge or anybody else. And there's enough guys on this team that can put the ball in the basket.
And you said an excellent point. Everyone played at least 12 minutes in this past game. Everyone would play at least 12 minutes. It's probably coming up this New Orleans game. But what that's doing is, it don't seem like much right now, but later in the season, those guys are fresh. And that's what one of the biggest strengths of the Memphis team is. they can play 10 guys, and they do play 10 guys. Matter of fact, they play 12. They play everybody on their roster because everyone provides a role, and that wears other teams down. And that's one of the biggest strengths of Memphis. Their depth and that number one recruiting class, even though the number one player is not in it, they still have a lot of talent in there, and they are actually producing with the talent.
Man, oh man, I cannot wait. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they can do, and I just want to almost is this wrong? And again, this has nothing to do with Wiseman. Like I want that kid. By the way, I want everybody out there to root for him. He still even has Memphis on his Twitter account. You know what I mean? This is a young man who, with all intents and purposes, basically turned down $1 million to go play in Australia with like a R.J. Hampton. He wanted to be a Memphis Tiger. You know?
Yes.
Unfortunately, the system didn't work in his favor. The NCAA is, in my opinion, I've heard me 1,000 times, they're a very corrupt organization that should not be allowed. In 1906, when they were formed, they have not lived up to their mission statement. And by the way, since 1906 and 2019, a lot has changed, even in the NCAA. Like, they went from paying their, like, what was him? He was a volunteer worker, the president, to now paying what he paid himself $1.2 million and gave himself a huge bonus. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. You know, the NCAA said their mission is about student athletes, but it's really about, you know, the dollar. You know, the dollar.
All about that dollar.
Right, about the dollar. Because if they really did care about kids, they would not be, you know, making kids who didn't do anything suffer. You know, they do regular things, just like with the USC situation. Reggie Bush took money, sure he did. But 3 years later, they were still punishing those kids that had nothing to do with that situation.
I was going to say, and why would you punish kids that had nothing to do with Reggie Bush? Why would you punish kids that had nothing to do? And that thing that breaks my heart. But this is one thing that's very, very important. And I do have to remind you of this, and this is something I really want you to know. Very crucial. Are you ready for this? Do you know what today's date is?
Yes, the 23rd.
Yeah, you know that means that Wednesday is Christmas, right?
Every day is Christmas, but go ahead.
I love the way you think. That's a really good way to think. But Christmas is almost here. It is coming, and it is live, and it's going to be dope, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'll expect to be seeing you next Monday, and we'll be talking about all the games that are coming up, because a lot of people feel like Christmas happens, and then the bowl games just start. No, it doesn't go Christmas to New Year's immediately. There's a little time in between, and me and you will wrap next Monday. But I do want to say to you, I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I want you to tell all the people to always go to TSD Memphis, try-statedefender.com. But where do they find you on Twitter, Terry?
Terry D 515. So I take it you're not coming to Dallas, are you?
Dude, that's easy. Say that again.
You're not coming to Dallas, are you?
Dude, Gabe is going to be there. Drew is going to be there. And all the people that are going to be there, somebody had to stay back here and work. So it looks like I got the small straw, and I am stuck in Memphis. So I'll be calling to bother you.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Hey, have a great one, TD.
All right, peace.
Peace. And a Merry Christmas. Now, we'll be back in just 1 minute. Before I go, I do got to remind you one thing. You never want to look buddy. And if you want to get that last-second Christmas shopping, I wouldn't suggest to go to FrontierWesternStore.com right now. Even though they ship within 24 hours, it's just very, very busy. I would just head on down. They're 15 minutes basically from almost anywhere. I'm being dead serious. It's so easy. 5880. That's 5880. Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Put it in your GPS, 38654. That's 38654. That is their area code. You can call them at 662-895-4878. That's 662-895-4878. Frontier Western Store. They're the real deal. Holyfield. They're family owned and operated since 1967. And I promise you, if you don't want to look buddy, they got your back. 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. And if you haven't got your Christmas shopping, you better hurry up, because they got your whole family covered. From the largest boot showroom in the world to a ladies' boutique to a children's department to the men's department. They got everybody covered. That's Frontier Western Store. Head on down there and check them out, and make sure you tell them that Johnny sent you. We'll be back in 2 shakes, so whatever you do, don't you look at the dial. Don't even think about touching it. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stats. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
New Life Medical Center has moved to a new, larger location that allows them to better serve their patients. I go to New Life Medical Center for testosterone replacement therapy, which is one of many things they do. They also treat erectile dysfunction and can relieve the pain of joint injuries with stem cell and platelet-rich plasma treatments. They also take care of patients with diabetes, high blood pressure, sick visits, and much more with no appointment necessary and minimal wait times. New Life Medical Center is now at 9160 Highway 64. That's just off I-40. Stop in and see what they can do for you.
The construction reduction event is on at Wolf Chase Honda. Exciting changes are in the works and inventory must be reduced. Get the best deals right now on all remaining 2019 Hondas while they last. Every new car, every certified, every used car, price to go. Get pre-approved now at wolfchasehonda.com. Wolf Chase Honda is expanding and our prices are dropping. Don't miss these savings. Act now. This huge construction reduction event ends soon.
For the best lineup of quality, fuel-efficient, and fun-to-drive vehicles, get to Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan. Over 1,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles in one great location. Catch the savings now during our huge model year-end sales event. Score an amazing deal at Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan and get to the game in style at Germantown Road and Highway 64. Family-owned since 1981.
Haul packages for a living? A gas-powered Mercedes-Benz Sprinter delivers. Transport people? A Sprinter van with 0% financing is a 5-star idea. If food delivery is your thing, then a gas Sprinter caters to you. And if you're a general contractor, the Sprinter with 0% financing nails it. With innovation, safety, and technology, Sprinter is built for you. And it's built for your bottom line with 0% financing. The Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, starting at just $33,790, and for a limited time with IRS Section 179, you could be eligible for up to a $25,000 tax deduction. Gas engine, 0% financing, and a possible tax deduction? Now that's a Sprinter that delivers. Mercedes-Benz. Vans. Born to run.
MSRP excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. See dealer for details about costs and terms. Only valid on 2018 or 2019 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans excluding cab chassis. Qualified commercial customers only. Financing offer valid through January 2nd, 2020. Consult your tax advisor for more information. Limits may apply. Visit mbvans.com.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find
the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die.
I tell you we must die.
Man, oh man. I got a lot of people who are very, very, very mistaken and wrong. They continue to text me and they said, "Oh, here's one. Tannehill's money game wasn't this week, it's next week." I hear what you're saying. Look, Tannehill's going to get paid because he's better than Marcus Mariota. He's taken that away from him. But what I'm trying to explain to you, it's very, very simple. If Ryan Tannehill goes out and wins, which he had the ball, there was a fumble. I was trying to explain to you how sports are such a, Two guys cost themselves so much money. And basically you can say Jason Garrett cost Dak Prescott because he didn't hand the ball off to Zeke Elliott. Because if they beat the Eagles, win a championship again, Dak's going to get paid. Instead, he's probably going to get a 1 year, and he will get that wonderful, that little, tag they put on you where nobody can take you, but you'll be the highest paid player or the average of the top three or whatever. But my point is, next week, yes, Ryan Tannehill does have a chance. They're going to play the Texans. And guess what? They're going to beat the Texans. They're going to the Texans. The Texans have already locked up their division. They are not going to play all their guys. I hear what you're saying, but I love all of you people out there, and this is a fact. They grade you like from week to week, and they look at you. And if you went out there and you beat Drew Brees, and you outplayed Drew Brees, and you last week guarantee the Titans make the playoffs so this week they can actually get prepped. And you don't have to worry about going to Texas because, again, Pittsburgh lost to the Jets. You had the Saints who what did the Saints do last Monday? Did they not open a can of whip you know what? And Drew Brees missed how many passes last week? One pass. And what I'm trying to say to you people who keep saying yesterday's game for the Titans had no bearing on the playoffs. Win or lose yesterday, they have to win next week. No, it did have a bearing. If they won yesterday, they'd be in, Holmes. What you're saying about Tannehill is true next week, not yesterday. In a win next week, getting into the playoffs, I'll wait in the playoffs, get him more. In a win in the playoffs, we'll get him more money. Again, no. He had Drew Brees in his house, had the ball, a guy fumbles, Tannehill goes from being the hero to just, they lost to the Saints. But imagine what Tannehill, how much love he'd be getting today if the Titans dropped the New Orleans Saints. People would be loving him like, oh, they love me. Now, we'll be back in 2 shakes. We got Straight No Chaser and so many secrets. Don't you dare touch that dial.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer,
a lot of questions run through your mind.
What am I going to do? What are my options? What did I do wrong? We've had those thoughts too.
But some questions can help you move forward.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com for an interactive guide to help you learn the next steps to take after an MBC diagnosis.
And how to ask the questions that lead to an open and informed conversation with your doctor.
Start finding your voice today
at findyourmbcvoice.com.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC accredited facility and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemembrace.com.
Our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for fall flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. We're located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs. Look forward to seeing everyone over the holidays.
Mid-South Power Distributors is your source for all things diesel. Their newly renovated drive-in repair shop is open to the public. Whether it'll be your everyday driver, farm equipment, fleet vehicle, or heavy-duty truck, their ASE-certified technicians will get you back on the road. The on-site dyno is ready to run all the necessary diagnostic testing. From preventative maintenance to complete overhauls, Mid-South Power can handle it all. Stop in today at 3288 Mill Branch Road or call 901-396-0710 and online at mid-southpower.com.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home.
Get out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to ever win the World Series of Poker with a Scrabble board, Johnny Harden.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I'm really excited because you know what? The holiday season is in full effect. I mean, the new year is on its way. Christmas, people are getting ready. Santa's getting his sleigh. I saw Rudolph kind of like polishing off his nose the other day. You got everybody that's with the Jewish face getting ready for Hanukkah. The lights are getting lit, baby. And by the way, I still haven't had anybody text me at 67129. I want to know what those amazing things that I ate the other night. And again, thank you so much for inviting me over last night. I won't be so rude to say your name since I didn't ask you if it was okay to, but I went over, had a very wonderful dinner, did the whole little thing, and this food was so good. And I'm a person that likes food. Gabe, I think you would have enjoyed yourself as well.
I like food too, man.
Ooh, it was so good. Now, speaking of great stuff, I got my good friend Vaughn Newsome in the house. Now, he has a speakeasy downtown. It is, if you don't know what a speakeasy is, then dadgummit, we're going to have to do a lot of work with you. But you can go outside of his place, and it's right next to 117 Prime. You know where that is, the steakhouse downtown. You know where 115 Union Avenue is. Union Avenue is the real deal, Holyfield. And if you know we're talking 115 Union Avenue, that is downtown, close to the river, baby. We're right there. And there's a beautiful speakeasy. It's Taylor's. And it's Taylor's Union, right?
Taylor's Union.
And there's also a little private section called The Pocket. For those who go into Taylor's Union, you'll learn more about that. But trust me, if you're downtown, especially this weekend, grab your friends. You want to do something cool, you're going to meet the owner. You're going to hear Vaughn Newsome talk about his place. But you're also going to hear him talk some sports with me. Vaughn, welcome to the program.
Welcome. Thanks, John.
Hey, man, I appreciate you joining me. Now, y'all know Gabe at G_Coon71 on Twitter. He's about to give us a little question action, and it's going to be fun because we're going to do the straight no chaser. Keep continuous and hit us at 67129 as we rock and fire about everything that's going down. But one quick thing I wanted to remind you. I don't know if Vaughn knows this. Do you know anything about CBD oil or CBD tinctures or CBD creams? Have you ever heard anything about it? Vaguely. See, yeah, I'm going to teach you a little something. I didn't, yeah, you don't know much about it. Well, listen, at 3157 Poplar Avenue, there's a store called Your CBD Store. Same people own, the same group own 450 all across the United States. They have one at 3157 Poplar, also at 680 North Germantown Parkway. You can head out to those places. The reason I like them is because I don't like pharmaceuticals. I ain't down with opioids. They've been killing people. In all honesty, we lose 70,000 people to opioids a year. That's the same amount we lost in Vietnam. So it's a serious problem. Wow. And CBD, realistically, I was in serious pain. I've been taking CBD in my coffee. I smoke it out of this little vape pen. I eat it. It works. Works with my endocrine system. I'm not taking pharmaceuticals, and I like it. So you can go get it. Go to Your CBD Store. That's 680 North Germantown Parkway or 3157 Poplar. You'll be glad you did it. That's Your CBD Store. And Heck, grab some for Christmas. Take it over for a little dirty Santa gift. Get people accompanied and used to CBD. I'm telling you, the marijuana plant, we're going to learn, holy cow, this thing was actually, if you just don't think of like hippies and stoners, it actually can do a lot of good things for you. But now it's time to do what I love doing. That's Straight No Chaser. This makes me think of Eddie Murphy this weekend, baby.
Hey, Von, you an NFL guy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're going to love this Straight No Chaser today. We're really NFL heavy with the stories we got. Now, and I just want to ask you this straight up. I know you don't need a chaser for this. Neither you should. Is Michael Thomas's season this year the best we've seen out of a wide receiver ever?
Wow. Well, he did just knock down Marvin Harris's record. So, that record still for a few years, but I'm a huge proponent of Thomas. So I think he's well. Yeah.
Dude, okay, see, I love Michael Thomas. And
I'll remind you, he just broke that record, right?
He's got
the
another
record.
game.
The record for receiving yards was set by Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
It's a little over 1,800 yards. I think it was 1,821, something around there.
He
could. It's possible, but that would be a hell of a game if he gets that.
Well, yeah, and also we'll see. I don't know what the exact.
But you talking about receptions. He's at 145 right now with a game to go. Is it the best that you've seen ever?
Well, see, for me, unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you. Because we haven't really seen it, no. Because how much this year have we been focused on everybody else and their grandmother? We've been focused more on Antonio Brown's tweets than Michael Thomas's.
That doesn't make it any less great.
No. What I'm saying is, no. I agree that it's great, but I'm saying it's sad that in a year of with a guy who did it with Teddy Bridgewater, who did it with Drew Brees, no matter who was playing quarterback, Michael Thomas he has 3 drops?
Wow.
3 drops on the season.
145 receptions.
It is the greatest. Here's what I'm trying to say, and maybe I'm trying to get at. I think it's the greatest season that somehow nobody that flew completely under the radar. I didn't hear NFL Network talk about it. I never heard him say anything about MVP for Michael Thomas. I never heard any of that. But you know what? He realistically should be getting that type of talk, because if you have 3 drops, and by the way, did you see how many catches he had for a first down?
I did not.
I saw that. I can't remember. The number almost made me fall over. It was like almost 40, I think it was like 40 some odd % of his catches were for first downs.
I got to be honest, just watching him play, in my opinion, it's the greatest wide receiver I've ever seen. The season-wise, it's the best I've ever seen because of how available he is. Game in, game out. The fact that he catches balls so contested, you can throw it at him at any time. He's going to catch it. Like we said, 3 drops and 145 catches.
Absolutely.
Talking about 148 targets this year, and he's caught 145 of them.
What I bring up, Torrey Holt.
I was getting ready to say.
Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce had an awesome season
they
together.
Did.
Torrey Holt
and everybody watched it. Because it was the greatest show on turf.
I watched it too. Big St. Louis Rams fan on this side of the glass.
My man Von Newsom just hit on exactly what I'm talking about. People will remember that Torrey Holt and that greatest show on turf, and they're going to talk about
Oz Hakeem.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about even him. But they're going to talk about Kurt Warner, and they're going to talk about that offense and what it did, and they're going to miss Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas has this opportunity. Now, the Saints go and have an unbelievable run. Do not get messed up by the refs like last year. Win a Super Bowl, or the year before, actually win a Super Bowl. He might get the love he deserves, but I think, unfortunately, without a Super Bowl, Michael Thomas will fly all year long underneath the radar, even though he has been the best, period.
And I will point this out as well. Like, Randy Moss had some years. Like, he was catching TD passes. He caught 23 TD passes one year. I mean, so there's definitely some interesting ones. But I think Michael Thomas, as far as a reliability standpoint,
dude, that's all I think
best
about.
I've seen. Yes. I really can.
Culpepper. But you know what? I was actually referring back to the days when he was with the Patriots.
Yeah, dude, when with Tom Brady just running deep.
Absolutely.
Beautiful,
just throwing that
right
hand
there.
Up in the air.
Man, but there's been so many. That's the thing is, I guess what I was trying to get at is, how is it that Michael Thomas had this season and flew this far under the radar?
He's not flashy. He's not a flashy guy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's reliable.
You see no commercials. You see nothing on him. He's
like
not
Odell Beckham Jr., we were talking about him arguing with Freddie Kitchens this morning.
But that's why.
More about talking about Michael Thomas breaking the record of Marvin Harris. We talk more about OBJ
And don't forget to watch.
I can't blame. I'm not blaming you.
Don't forget to watch earlier.
Yeah, this morning I was talking with people more about OBJ fighting with Freddie Kitchens
than you were about Mike.
One person mentioned Michael Thomas breaking Marvin Harris.
Here we go.
Reception record.
Second question: who is the best, sort of the modern era Seahawks? Right? Who's the best running back they've had?
For me. Like modern era, are you talking about before their Alabama great and Sean Alexander, who I love? Or are you talking about realistically it's Marshawn Lynch?
It's one of
beast mode.
Yeah, it has to be
It's beast mode or it's Sean Alexander.
One of the two.
And it's
Hands
not
down.
even a question. And I know Chris Carson has been dynamic. And I know you're going to say he's great and all this BS. But let me tell you a little secret. Russell Wilson is the best quarterback that people aren't giving love because Lamar Jackson is having the MVP season. But Russell Wilson, definitely MVP of Seattle, but he controls that whole team.
Absolutely.
And he opens up that lane for any running back you shove in. And I still will say this. Sean Alexander was still the best running back that ever played at Seattle. And the second best was beast mode.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
You totally agree?
Well,
I love that. I love my man. Vaughn, I'm coming to 115 Union Avenue to the only speakeasy I know of, to Taylor's Union, and me and you're going to have rapping and watch a lot of football and have some fun.
Let's do it.
So, do you know why I'm asking?
I have no clue, man.
Yeah, I'm like Seattle question.
I'm glad y'all answered second best being Marshawn, okay? I agree with Sean Alexander. I'm being an old St. Louis Rams fan. Sean Alexander used to kill the Rams. I mean, kill them.
Did. He was bad.
Now, get this. Pete Carroll goes on 710 ESPN Seattle this morning and was quoted saying, Marshawn Lynch will be flying into Seattle this morning, and they're going to give him a real good chance to come back and play for him. He said there's a good chance that they will sign Marshawn Lynch with Chris Carson hurt right now.
Hold up.
And it's
You're
gonna
joking
happen.
to me.
It's going to happen, too.
Are you being dead? Dude, I didn't even know this. Hold on. Gabe, you serious?
Dead serious. Yeah. Couldn't be more serious.
All right, Vaughn, if he's still in shape,
he can play.
With Russell, with that line, can they make – because the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers defense is so nasty, man. They got porn star Jimmy, who I love, and I look at that deadgum NFC, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. I think they are filthy, and I mean absolutely filthy. I look at the AFC, I'm so sorry. New England, Buffalo,
it's
Baltimore
crazy how stacked the NFC West is.
But
it's
that's
crazy.
what I was getting ready to say. I look over at the NFC, and the Rams scare me. The Seahawks, Cardinals yesterday, they were dominant. San Francisco's kicking people's name in. Seattle's awesome. And then let's not forget New Orleans. And then we have, what are we going to do about the Minnesota and the Packers?
Absolutely.
What are we going? Who's better? We're going to find out, aren't we?
So,
and we got Philadelphia and Dallas. And we basically just proved that Dallas is poo-poo.
You think if Pete Carroll gets in the same situation he did against the Patriots that one year, that he's gonna throw or run it?
He's gonna throw it.
He's still gonna throw it.
Yeah, he's gonna throw it. Me being a 49er fan, I hope he screws this all up. So hey.
I want to see if he really gets signed. I want to see if Marshawn. I mean, he played last year. A decent amount, and it just didn't really work out with the Raiders for whatever reason. But
it'll be nostalgic, They just want to bring him back for a run.
If he's got a few more runs in the tank, man, that'll be interesting to see.
All right, third question and final question here: do you think Eli Manning and Daniel Jones get along?
Yes, I'll take that one. Yes, I absolutely do. But Eli is a model citizen.
That's true.
I mean, he is absolutely a professional. How many people go to the bench and support the backup, the person that the incumbent? Brett Favre didn't want to do it.
Nope, he didn't like
nobody
Aaron.
wants to do it. That Manning family is just they're golden.
Class.
I mean, they're class personified guys.
And I'm going to ask you this question. Is this because of Eli drinking at the the Hoboken bar?
Of course, man. They were playing Flip Cup. They were out in New York, in New Jersey, playing Flip Cup with each other, man.
Which I think is so cool. By the way, did you know that his game check from yesterday is larger than Daniel Jones' his entire career? Oh, is that for me? You know what? That's got to be me again. I don't know how come I do that. I'm sorry, Gabe.
Well, I asked you guys a question.
All right, Jack.
do you think Eli is a Hall of Famer?
Oh, you don't want to.
Oh, you don't need. John has talked about this so much.
Now he did revive himself by coming because I was afraid that he was going to finish with a losing record, but coming back and winning the other game. He's back at 116 and 116.
116. He needed it. By the way, can I say something?
Absolutely.
That was crucial.
That was crucial.
And I will say one
thing.
That
would have been a nail in the coffin.
If he could have gotten just that win against Washington,
I wanted him to.
If he would have gotten one game over at 500, it helps.
But with his speech at the end of the game, when they gave him the game ball, for as much as we point fingers at, the naysayers or the ones that don't have great characters, and we try to keep them out of the Hall of Fame.
No, he's a great person.
When he did that speech, because I was on the precipice, I was straight down the middle. I think Eli is a Hall of Famer based on his character.
He's a Hall of Fame person. He's a Hall of Fame in the aspect that he takes hits. He shows up. He's a professional.
But he's an average player.
But that's what I was getting ready to say.
Average player.
He has never been a top 5 quarterback once. Not one time has he ever finished in top 5 of his career. Now, people are going to be like, he's got 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Yeah, and they had great defenses. And in those years that they won the Super Bowl MVP, he wasn't having a great year. Absolutely. He got hot in the postseason with banana sandwiches. He's also the only quarterback in the history of the league who's ever been allowed to lead the league in interceptions, not once, not twice, but 3 damn times.
Absolutely.
And he's the only person to have 20 interceptions in one season. He has 20, 25, and 27, and that's in 3 seasons.
You want to have an interesting conversation.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
You want to have an interesting conversation about quarterbacks here. What is the... what's the precipice of what gets a quarterback into the Hall of Fame?
See, people...
Is it Super Bowls? Because when I look at production, here's the thing. I watched Patrick Mahomes play football last night.
And he looked
better I'll tell you right now,
than anybody else.
I'll tell you right now, he plays football at a higher level than Tom Brady ever has.
I agree. I agree with that.
Has.
I'm going to tell you right now.
He's more athletic than Tom. I mean, Tom has
He makes
years.
all the throws.
He makes all the
He's
throws.
smart. He's on there on the same
does.
level of smartness.
He does.
But the winning is what really puts you over the top as a quarterback, I feel like nowadays.
But Tom did both.
Tom is great.
Tom did both.
But by the way, we also forget, and this is what I was going to ask you, Tom's first 5 years, it was nothing about Tom. No. He was just trying to not screw up because they were all about defense and Bill Belichick.
Absolutely.
Was that not true?
You're right. But you know what pushed Tom? Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton having those seasons. Now, of course, Tom did keep him from winning those Super Bowls. But when Tom was watching Peyton Manning get up all those yards, I would vicariously watch. Tom would have 450 yards when Peyton would have 501. Tom wasn't that shabby.
No.
Tom was a monster, especially during the regular season. So if it wasn't for Peyton, I would honestly say Tom Brady is also one of the better regular season quarterbacks as well. I mean, he had the undefeated season or whatnot, but
until that dead gum Eli.
So the reason this all came up, right, is because Eli was out with everybody.
By the way, I want to remind you this. I wanted to bring this up real quick to you, and I wanted to say this, and this is something I think is very important. Okay, early in my man's career, okay, and we're talking about Tom Brady. This is a guy whose completion percentage was like 55.3%, 56%, 59%. Like, he was so happy when he finally got to 60%. I'm looking at it and I'm like laughing. Patrick Mahomes, 66% his first year, 66% his second year. 3,857 yards. Dude's got 75 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. Eli, by the time he threw 75 touchdowns, he had 110 interceptions. I mean, damn. Let's just be real.
So, question, would you take Mahomes or Brady at their best? And now, of course, we hadn't
Mahomes,
seen the best.
100 times out of 100
No,
with me.
No.
100 times out of 100, I would take Patrick Mahomes.
Wow. He has the arm strength. He has the accuracy. I'll totally give you that. He's more athletic.
When
than
he
Tom.
wins the
and
Super
above
Bowl,
the neck,
when he
they're
starts
very
winning
comparable.
A couple Super Bowls,
I've seen very few that are like Tom.
The only thing that scares the hell out of me, though, is let's just be real. Belichick's been with Brady, and we got Andy Reid, who is the ultimate. I can get you to the NFC Championship game. I can get you to a Super Bowl, but damn it, I can't win you.
Imagine
jack.
if Patrick Mahomes was with the Patriots.
But they do that with all
years.
quarterbacks. You do that with all quarterbacks. All want to go.
Oh, I know. I've said that 1,000 times. Like Joe Montana, if he went to If he wasn't like the 84th pick or something and went to
here's the thing,
San Francisco and went first to to Tampa Bay, his career would have been nothing.
He would have been Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah.
What he started with Testaverde.
He wouldn't even have made it to the Jets.
But my thing is, I am a 49er fan, and when Tom Brady continuously wins, and I bow down and say he's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen, even though I am a Bill Walsh and Joe Montana disciple.
Walsh is a man.
I mean, he's awesome, man. I laid it down a long time ago.
Now,
and again, it's impossible to argue against Tom Brady being the best because of 1, 2, 3, 4,
well,
5,
it's not
6.
even that. It's just watching those games. Sometimes those games are just they're jaw dropping. I mean, you just watch him fit the ball into different players' hands. I mean, I think Bill Belichick has even caught a pass from Tom Brady or two. You know.
Now, hold on. I got something that I just had to bring in. I got 3 people who have hit this. So obviously you hit on something that's got people stirred up because I've got my phone, my personal phone, the text line, and Twitter all getting hit up, and it has to do with my man Michael Thomas. And one question is, man, Tyreek Hill is better than Michael Thomas is right now. Damn. Another one that
I'm talking about a single season statistically.
No. Yeah, I know. This is why I think Michael Thomas isn't getting the love, because they think Tyreek Hill, they think Odell Beckham Jr., who's been horrible, and they're blaming this on Baker Mayfield. They think Mike Evans, if he went with Jameis Winston. I'm about to say, wait, Jameis Winston, he throws so many interceptions, he reminds me of Eli Manning, but he's still throwing the damn ball down there, and he's giving everybody a chance. He's giving the defense a chance. He's giving the guy on the first row a chance.
He's going to get a contract, too. You say Tannehill's going to get a contract. Winston's going to get one as well.
I agree. And the other thing, though, is DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, and the guy saying that Michael Thomas is just in the air, that there is so many wide receivers out there that it is hard to be exceptional, and it's sad because he has 3 drops, the most receptions. He's beaten my man Harrison, and yet it is literally flying so under the radar that nobody's
and he's caught
really
for
talking
17.
about it.
I mean, he's at 1688.
I got a
right now.
text
He's going
right
to break
here.
1,700 yards.
Text that says Tyreek Hill right now is better than him. And by the way, can I just say Tyreek Hill as a
He's
person
awesome.
is definitely a piece of
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. But I would even leave you guys with this. I would take Megatron over.
Calvin
Thomas.
Johnson?
Like Calvin Johnson doesn't even carry the jockstrap of Megatron.
Yeah, he's bad to the bone, isn't he? It is wild. By the way, before I say goodbye and get on to my hardwood, I want to say something. My man, thank you so much, Vaughn, for joining me. This is Vaughn Newsome. If you want to have a little bit of rap, you want to talk some sports, you want to go into a speakeasy downtown where you feel comfortable, where you're hanging out with good people, where I'm going to be there for sure. I can promise you that. Go to 115 Union Avenue. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, that looks kind of like maybe a clothing store. That's the point, man. Walk on in, check it out. You're going to be at Taylor's Union. You're going to be join the pocket. You're going to learn. You're like, what's the pocket? What's Taylor's Union? Go to 115 Union. Meet Vaughn Newsome. Say what's up to me, and I promise you're going to hear great music. You're going to have great food. You're going to have great drinks. You're going to love life. Vaughn, tell them one of the best things about it.
It is a great speakeasy. It's a members only location downstairs in the pocket. So if you're looking for privacy, we do live music every Friday and Saturday. And just a quick deal tonight, we have Marvin.
Tonight?
Tonight we have social therapy. The social therapy Naughty or Nice party is tonight at the Taylor's Union and the pocket. All are welcome. There is a cover charge at the door tonight. We don't normally have a cover charge.
By the way, I know that there's a Spurs game tonight. So let's say if you get done at 9:15ish and you're leaving the game, would 115 Union be a perfect time to stop in?
115 Union would be perfect. You just have to dress attire. Your attire has to be up to par. We have a dress code. We're 25 and up, so it's for the grown and sexy. We want to make sure that all of our adults in the Memphis area has a fine place to go, and that's what we've done, man.
An adult spot downtown, 25 and up, look like a high, don't come in there in your dead gum shorts. This ain't,
Justin Timberlake said it best. As long as you got your suit and tie.
Hey, long as you got your suit and tie. That's my man, Vaughn Newsome, 115 Union. Check it out. You're going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'll see y'all down there, and we'll see y'all in 2 shakes. And always remember one thing, your CBD store, 3157 Poplar and 680 North Germantown Parkway. We'll be right back with Hardwood on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
So, how's the Christmas shopping going? Well, Frontier Western Store in Olive Branch is here to make it a lot easier. Everyone loves something from Frontier. Ladies' boutique-style clothing, Carhartt for the guys, and boots for everyone. In Frontier's boutique department, you'll find the latest trends at incredible prices with a huge inventory of basics like leggings, tops, tunic dresses, CC beanies, scarves, gloves, and more. New styles of fleece jackets by Simply Southern are this year's must-have item, and Frontier is stocked with new colors. Guys will be after the large assortment of Carhartt and Ariat jeans and shirts, maybe even a new coat, jacket, or insulated coveralls. Can't forget the boots, work boots and dress boots from Rocky, Dan Post, Ariat, and more. Frontier is the place to come for thousands of name brand boots for men, women, and kids at everyday low prices. Don't know the size or color to get? Then how about a Frontier gift card and let them pick it out? Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Online 24/7 at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
It's game on at the new Moneyline Book Bar and Grill inside the Gold Strike Casino Resort. Now you can bet on all of your favorite sports and watch the games on 60 HD TVs while you lounge in plush seating and enjoy craft beers, signature cocktails, and great food. Plus, don't miss the Topgolf Swing Suite, a virtual reality experience with a variety of fun interactive games every sports fan will love. Visit the Moneyline Bar, Book and Grill at Gold Strike Casino Resort for Monday Night Football happy hour specials. Or anytime you want a piece of the best sports action in Mississippi.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. If you need a roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and we will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. We have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with two of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for many years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies' new look, the Redbirds, the 901 FC, and the Tigers football and basketball teams, it's going to be a fun year. Thank you to Coach Norvell, Coach Hardaway, and their staffs for your dedication to your student athletes, the University of Memphis, and to fans like me who have waited forever to have both the football and basketball teams ranked at the same time. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Listen up, Rebel fans. You can now listen to Rebel Yell Hotline on 87.7 FM or on the web each and every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. If you can't listen to 87.7 FM, Sports 56 has made it possible to listen online each and every week. All you have to do is go to sports56whbq.com and click on the Rebel Yell Hotline banner to listen. That's Rebel Yell Hotline each and every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 87.7 FM or on the web at sports56whbq.com.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Christmas in Memphis comes early this year. Bring the family and join a group of all Memphis musicians Monday night from 6:30 to 10:30 for a Christmas in Memphis concert at Neil's Music Room on Quince. Live auctions, silent auctions, raffles, and Santa will be there, as well as pictures for the kids. Admission is $10 adults, $5 for kids. All proceeds benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It's Christmas in Memphis for family and friends by Memphis musicians Monday night at Neil's on Quince. Ho, ho, ho.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee jet. The rich man step on my poor head.
Better get back, you better butter my bread. Man, I ain't seen with Jerry Garcia in a long time. That felt good. You know, it is the holidays, people. And it is that time of giving. I'm about to do a little bit of Hardwood, and I have to do a big thanks, man, to all my sponsors from, MemphisFarmers.com and Chad Gatlin, who loves my show, and I love him, and thank you for supporting me for all these years. I got Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together at 2120 Whitten Road. I'll tell you all about Frontier Western Store, Never Look Buddy, 5880 Goodman Road. They are the bomb. Central Barbecue, the best barbecue in the world. And the fact that they love me, it makes me feel good. And I also talk to you about your CBD store. That's right, 3157 Poplar Avenue, 3157. It's easy peasy. You stop in and you'll learn a lot. You're not going to walk in there. It's not a head shop. It's actually people who know what the heck they're talking about. I promise you on this one. You will love me for doing it. You're going to say to yourself, man, I can't believe I haven't done this. Get back to feeling like yourself, your CBD store. And I told you about 3157 Poplar, but don't forget 680 North Germantown Parkway. Cordova, we ain't forgot about you. 680 North Germantown Parkway, your CBD store. That's right, your CBD store. They have all the lab results. They're 100% tested. Everything is perfect. SunMeds are the best products you're ever going to have, so you're going to love it. But the last but not least, it is a giving season. And the other sponsor that I always talk about is my very good friend Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. And as it is the giving season, he brought up some tickets, and he wanted to give this. And he says he just wants to make sure. I've already found he brought 2 parking passes and 2 pair of tickets. So 2 sets of families are going to win. I've already gotten one family that I know who I'm giving this pair of tickets to. So thank you very much, because I adopted a family for Christmas. Same family I did for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to give them. But I do have 1 parking pass, and I have 2 tickets for December 30th. By the way, that's Verse Tulane. It's Tuesday, December 30th. I think they say Monday on the actual tickets, but I believe they changed the game. Am I crazy on that, or am I just imagining it? Please, Carl, check that out, because I do see that the tickets say Tuesday, December 31st, but I really feel like I got an email, and maybe I'm crazy. And I will tell you one thing. I know for a fact I'm crazy on so many occasions, but I feel like the Tigers are playing on the 30th, not the 30th. Yes, I am right. So it says on the tickets, and I want y'all to make sure you were listening to me. It says Tuesday, December 31st on the tickets. They actually play on Monday at 8 p.m. on December 30th. So Monday, December 30th, 8 p.m., FedEx Forum. They play Tulane. If you've never been, if you have somebody that you would love to give a Christmas present to, and take them, I have a parking pass in the garage. It's for December 30th at 8 o'clock, Verse Tulane. It says on the tickets Tuesday, but the game is December 30th. I can't believe I remembered that. Am I a baller or what? That actually means that I read stuff. No, but for real, I'm being dead serious. I want somebody to call 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. No, not the first person, but a person who actually has a good enough story and is telling the truth. Somebody that would love to go see the Tigers play Tulane on December 30th at 8 o'clock. If Gabe Kuhn believes you and you're going to take a kid or you're going to give it to him as a present, you get the tickets. 901-360-8255. If you've been to the game, if you're rich, if you don't need anything, don't call. But if you really want to help somebody out, and a young man or a young woman, or you would love to go see a game and you've never had a chance to, December 30th, 901-360-8255. Now, these tickets were brought to me by my good friend Bill at I Buy Houses again. He came out there for Toys for Tots. He does, Teresa's Angels. He does so many things in this city, but the one thing he also does is continue to be nice and give back to the community. He has to buy houses out the frame. So give him a call at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house as is. Simple as that. Any house, any area as is. Bing, bang, boom. Just sold your house. Now, I think I have somebody on the phone who wants these tickets. Hello, sir.
What up, kid?
Hey, what's up, my man? You want some tickets?
I would love some tickets.
I only got 2 tickets and a parking pass. Is that good for you?
That's more than enough.
You swear?
We need the story.
Are you going to take a kid?
Yes.
Or are you
going to
take maybe your wife? Do you have a wife?
Probably my son. Maybe a daughter. Maybe one of my daughters.
Oh, you got daughters too. Oh, so you're going to take somebody? You promise?
Yeah, maybe make a little competition out of it. See who can be the best between now and Christmas morning.
I like this. I like this. See which kid can be the best. I dig that. One's going to get coal in their stocking, and the other one's going to get FedEx tickets and tickets to the Tulane game. I kind of like that. Fields, you are the winner. Congratulations, sir.
Well, I need a story. We need to tell the story here.
Oh, yeah. Did you have a story?
I do have a story.
Oh, I want to hear it.
All right. So a while back, I was Uber driving. And I had picked up a couple. We were going down the interstate that was taking them to Southland Gaming. And there was all of a sudden people out of their cars on the interstate. I was like, what's going on? Pulled over. A car had flipped out into a ditch right by South 3rd Street and was underwater. Me and 2 other guys ended up in the water, and it was February, freezing cold.
Yeah.
And swam into the car and pulled the kid out. And then I finished my Uber drive, got the people to Southland.
No bleeping way.
Still finished the drive.
Did you get a good tip?
You know, I didn't, but I even went home and showered. I told them when they needed me to come back and get them. And then about 1 o'clock that morning, I got back in the car and went and got them and took them home.
Oh, you just made me laugh so well. That was
but I
that
think
was
they
so
lost.
funny.
I don't think they won, so that's why I bet I didn't get a tip. I think their luck wasn't great that night.
Oh, that is just too good. That is too good. You just made my day. Hey, listen, I got you your tickets. All you have to do is come on up here. You know where we're at, right?
Yeah, where you are.
Can you be here by 5?
Yes, I can.
And if you can't, let me know. You know how to get in touch with me and Gabe. Gabe will talk to you on the side. If I need special occasions, you know I'll do that because I want to make sure you get your tickets. I'll actually not be doing the show tomorrow, but I'll be up here if I need to meet you tomorrow. I'm that nice kind of guy. But like I said, thank you to Bill at iBuy Houses, 901-406-1101. My man Matt Fields, he's done a great thing. He's going to get tickets. He's going to take one of his kids, and he's got a parking pass. And then I got a real good friend of mine. Well, they're a very close family friend of mine. They've gone to see the Grizzlies, and now I'm going to get to let them go see the Tigers, and I'm really, really excited about that because I know my little homie's a big Grizzlies fan, but I'm a big Tigers fan. So I also want him to fall in love with the Tigers. So Tigers, Tulane on the 30th. I appreciate that from my buddy Bill at iBuy Houses. But I hope everybody knows it is time for one favorite thing in the whole wide world. Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Oh, it is Access Hardwood, and Access Hardwood feels so good. And I got to ask you something. My man Carl, he's in the studio today. What's up, Carl? Say hey.
How you doing today?
Man, you sent me a Hardwood story today. I'm gonna bring you in. I want the people to hear a little bit of Carl action.
Today is the anniversary of 23 wearing.
Michael Jordan.
12 wearing 23 on 12/23.
On 12/23. Now, did somebody steal his jersey?
Somebody stole his jersey.
Did we ever find it?
I doubt it.
Dude, somebody out there has a Michael Jordan jersey.
Wonder how much it's worth now.
Man, thing is, how could you sell it? It would be like so on the black market. I don't think you can get the real deal Holyfield amount of money that you're supposed to. But anyway, all kinds of wild stuff going on. But now I gotta say, did you see the Eddie Murphy triumphant return to Saturday Night Live after 35 years? It had Eddie Murphy, it had David Chappelle, it had Chris Rock, Larry David. By the way, it had John McEnroe, Usher. It had Danny Glover. These are people that I know, by the way. Gumby was out there. You had Mr. Rogers. I'm sorry, dude. I just thought that was the best Saturday Night Live. Lizzo was dope as can be. And I'm just curious. Out of all the sports we watched this weekend, was there a football game that lived up to SNL? No, there really wasn't, was there?
None.
Man, you can look around National Football League. You can look at some of these bowl games. But I can tell you right now, I enjoyed watching the Eagles beat the Cowboys yesterday. I did. I'm sorry, Bill, because I know
Quick
Bill
question.
at iBuy. Go ahead.
Was Lizzo dressed appropriate?
Heck yeah, man. I didn't see her twerk. She had more clothes on than she did at the Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? Go, and you go, Lizzo, with
Good
your
job,
bad
Lizzo. Good
self,
job,
girl.
Lizzo.
By the way, the cutest thing ever in the history of the world is that little purse that she had. Did y'all see that when she wore on the red carpet?
No, I did not.
She had a purse that the only thing you could have put in it is maybe like one pharmaceutical. Like, maybe it would fit a Xanax bar. Maybe. I would think maybe. It probably would fit a football, but not a bar.
I'm about to look it up right now.
It was so little. Check it out, dude. It was hilarious. Dude, I don't even think you could fit that in a fingernail. Like, maybe she lost a fingernail. She could have a fingernail and a bar in there. That's about it. Now, yesterday, in all honesty, though, the 49ers playing the Rams, or not yesterday, but this weekend, 49ers, Rams, pretty decent. The best game, though, was it really the Giants and the Redskins? Like, was the best game this weekend, honestly, the Redskins and the Giants? Because, honestly, that was a dope game. Come on. I was excited because I had the over. I had over 35.5, and I got that in the first half, by the way, people. Okay? Yeah, that was easy. The over was 41, and I did a little teaser action, and that was so easy. But I'm being dead serious. I thought, in all actuality, watching Daniel Jones and my man, is it Keenum or Haskins? Who was more fun? Both of them slinging. But, dude, Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns. Do people even realize that? 5 touchdowns. Do you think Eli Manning was throwing 5 touchdowns yesterday?
Of course not.
Heck no. He'd be back under 500. We got him back to 500. Amen. Let's just keep him there. Don't let him back in, okay? 116. Wait. Is he 117, 117? I think he's 117, 117
yes,
now. Amen. Stay at 500, Eli. But, dude, for real, Daniel Jones, 28, 42, 352 yards, 5 touchdowns. And I want to ask you a question. Daniel Jones, he looked good. But if you want to talk about the NFC East, Carson Wentz didn't look all that great. My man Haskins and Keenum didn't look all that great. But Dak Prescott, you look horrible. Dude, did you see twice how, like, one time Austin was running so wide open and you couldn't have messed that throw up to save your life? And he overthrew him by 6 yards. Dude, go ahead and do your little dance. Come on, let's do your dance. I know he can twerk with Lizzo, but damn it, you can't throw it like Dan Marino. That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, terrible.
Terrible.
One of the worst
By the
I've
way,
seen this season.
Speaking of funny performances, how are the, like, if you're the Bills, and did you watch the Bills-Patriots game at all this week? Like, come on now. How the Patriots pull that game out and steal that game from you, Bills? Like, is that because you fear them?
That's what it seems like it's coming down to.
Man, did you really lose that game, Bills, because you're scared? Because that's the only thing that I honestly, like, you were better than them.
They had the game.
You had the game.
I covered it this weekend, but they had the game. Like,
they
I don't understand how they lost it.
Because they're scared of Tom Brady, and they know he's going to pull it out of his keister at some point, at some time, and somehow he did it. I still don't understand it.
I wouldn't be afraid of nobody who should be close to retiring.
Man, that's what I'm saying, dude. Thank you very much. And that is the entire truth of the matter. And by the way, I just want to ask you something. Did you see the final, like, Buffalo's up 17-16. They go 3 plays, they get a total of 5 yards, and they punt. And you knew at that point.
The game was over.
The game was over. You knew Tom Brady was going to go Tom Brady on your you-know-what. And he dinked, and he dunked, and he dinked, and he dunked, and he got it all the way down to the 2-yard line, and then he finally gave it to Rex Burkhead, and then he plunges through, and then guess what? Patriots win! Dude, it is getting, honestly, old and boring. I am so excited that this year I can right now tell you this. During Hardenwood, I will make a statement, and I will guarantee you that the Patriots don't play in the Super Bowl. Now,
the Patriots are coming to an end.
Dude,
like the Warriors did.
Everybody, hey, all good things must end, right?
Must come to an end.
Man, do you know, like, believe it or not, one of the most beautiful women in the whole planet. Like, I used to be in love with this one woman, and now I'm the older guy, kind of. She's real old? No, dude. So that's what I'm saying. All good things come to an end. Gabe's laughing at me. I don't know why. I thought that was a perfect analogy.
It really was.
Basically what I'm trying to say is you look at New England and you can see Tom, and you realistically look at Baltimore, and I just want to say this. Baltimore and Lamar Jackson going to tap dance on Tom Brady's face. And then if Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, if he has to run in there, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Superman, tap dancing on his face. Right now, the only chance Tom Brady has. Actually, he don't have a chance.
Lamar Jackson should be MVP.
Lamar Jackson is MVP, baby. He's going to get it. Patrick Mahomes is a baller, but Lamar Jackson is getting the MVP. 13-2. You got to go through Baltimore, and I'm going to tell you right now, the best coach in the Harbaugh family, it sure ain't the khaki-wearing, drinking milk, eating steak, Jim Harbaugh. It's actually John Harbaugh, and you know why he's the best? Because his name's John. Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. We'll be right back. And guess what? I got a lock for you tonight. So whatever you do, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back on Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
From all of us at Sports 56, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar, your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
It's a winter wonderland at Envy Nail Bar, and if you're looking to host a party during the holidays, I know just the perfect spot for you. Envy Nail Bar has the most beautiful private room that awaits you. Feel pampered and spoiled with their complimentary full premium adult beverage bar. Sit back and get a full body massage with your Petty Mani. I'm loving it. And don't forget your holiday gift cards. Everyone would love their Petty Mani. When you buy a gift card, you get a bonus gift card. Call Salon for details. Envy Nail Bar, corner of Poplar and Perkins.
Mid-South Power Distributors is your source for all things diesel. For more than 26 years, they've supplied all the diesel parts that you need. From simple repairs to complete overhauls, they have it all. Whether it's heavy, medium, light-duty, agricultural, marine, or off-road, Mid-South Power is the leading source for all things diesel. Fuel injection, turbochargers, engine parts, alternators, starters, and brakes, they can supply all the parts and services you need. Stop in today at 3250 Mill Branch Road in Memphis or call 901-396-0710.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer,
a lot of questions run through your mind.
What am I going to do? What are my options? What did I do wrong? We've had those thoughts too.
But some questions can help you move forward.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com for an interactive guide to help you learn the next steps to take after an MBC diagnosis.
And how to ask the questions that lead to an open and informed conversation with your doctor.
Start finding your voice today
at findyourmbcvoice.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. If you need a roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and we will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. We have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with two of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for many years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies' new look, the Redbirds, the 901 FC, and the Tigers football and basketball teams, it's going to be a fun year. Thank you to Coach Norvell, Coach Hardaway, and their staffs for your dedication to your student athletes, the University of Memphis, and to fans like me who have waited forever to have both the football and basketball teams ranked at the same time. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Let's go!
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills take the many hands. Nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. See a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs action when you got words?
Who needs action when you got words? That's what I'm saying. You know what? Everybody needs action. Everybody. That's why you always go down and check out the people down in Tunica, or maybe go across the street, check out like South and Park. I don't know. You just got to get that action. And by the way, if you had that action on Central Florida, they up 21-7. How easy was that one? Central Florida, I think Gabriel is going to go all over Marshall, and it is going to get nasty, nasty, nasty. If you're already wondering, do you know what, my man? They're up 21-0. Dylan has only thrown 4 passes. I'm sorry, completed 4. He's 4 of 6 for 49 yards. Yet they're up 21-7. That is not a good sign if you're Marshall. Okay, that's a really bad sign. But I will honestly say though, we always like to do a pick in this segment, and I do got to tell you, it's very simple to me. There is a guy, his name is Kirk Cousins. Do you know him? Guy who, by the way, let's just be real, got paid. And I mean got paid. At the beginning of the year, he looked like a disaster. He looked like somebody that couldn't do jack, if you know what I'm saying. In fact, his Diggs, Thielen, everybody was ticked off at him, were they not? They were like talking smack, like you are sorry little you know what. By the way, did you know that Minnesota is -4 at home over the Packers? Can I tell you a little secret? Everybody is betting on the Packers. Everybody. I called this guy. He says, Packers, man, lock, dude. Usually when I hear some idiot say lock, I go the other way. Another dude told me, yo, bro, think tonight's Packers is like the game of the year because, Cousins can't win. In fact, he's only won one game in nighttime, bro. And I just don't think he can do it. Well, have you ever heard of turning the corner? Because I really believe he's actually turned the corner. And I believe the main reason is because he has a better football team than Aaron Rodgers. And let's just be real. Aaron Rodgers this year, you can say, dude, he's got 24 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. Well, Cousins has 25 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Whoo. Now, I'm very, very, very freaked out about Dalvin Cook not being there. Like, it freaks me out. Dalvin Cook is by far their best player. I don't think that's much of a question. Dude is just straight up a baller. But Diggs and Thielen are going to be there. They are going to be fine. Who can you name a Packers receiver? Let's play a game. 67129. Don't you?
I can.
I know you can. This is what you do. You're going to name Adams because Devontae is easy. Other than Devontae Adams.
I can.
You are a cheater. Look, can we just be honestly and say?
Do you know who Geronimo Allison is? Alan Lazard? Come on. You got to know these guys. What?
Can I ask you in all honesty and
Geronimo.
Let's just be real. Do you not believe this? Do you believe that the better weapons play for the Vikings or the Packers?
Is that even a question?
It's not really much of one, in my opinion. I think it's hilarious that we even talk about, like you said, Geronimo. I think it's hilarious that, Aaron Jones is injured. So are they going to use that wide receiver Jamal Williams as a running back tonight? They have, I'm trying to think. So is Lazard going to start tonight?
He does every night. I mean, he does all the time with them. He's been their
now
guy.
Their starting guy. He's not a replacement. See, that's what I'm saying. Lazard,
Kumaro,
Jake Kumaro is starting.
No, he doesn't start, but he plays a lot.
Holy cow. Ryan Grant, does he get on the field too?
Yep.
Damn. Can I just tell you something? This is simple. I don't know if that's loud enough, but that's basically what I'm telling you. The Green Bay Packers have at wide receiver. Trust me. 2 things you can always bet. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. And this year in 2019, he's proved he's a bad man because he's got 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and there's only 1 wide receiver on his team in Devontae Adams. Alan Lazard and Jake, come on. This is embarrassing. And you know what else? Let's just be real. Are you scared of BJ Goodson? No. I'm trying to think. Who's their best? Preston Smith is probably he's their best defensive player. He's like fresh out of college. They're getting smoked tonight. And remember what I said. All you people, keep on betting. And remember this. Take Vikings minus the 4.5. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace! I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven,